I am alone. I have no one to talk to. I need help. Loneliness. We have all been there. That feeling that gives us stomach aches, makes it hard to think and concentrate. Some describe it as feeling disconnected or to not belong. Our world is becoming more and more populated. We are moving into cities and we are living closer together than ever before. And we are connected on social media. But still, there is an epidemic of loneliness that is growing out there. And it is dangerous to be lonely. It is more harmful to our health than being obese, smoking, drinking alcohol, or high blood pressure. And it is estimated that 25% of adults in the US don't have anyone to talk to when they have a problem. But this question, Cry for Help, was written on a small piece of paper torn out of a notebook by a girl 12 or 13 years old, anonymously. And children is a group that is even worse off, especially adolescents. They who have just let go of the hands of their parents, who are not mature enough to navigate life by themselves or understand the consequences of their actions. And they are exposed because there are so many risks around them. And they have the right to protection and support until they're 18 years old. I have been working as a social entrepreneur in different countries in Africa for the past 15 years, and I have dedicated myself in finding solutions to problems. And the one that still occupies my mind and gives me sleepless nights is the fact that children feel they have no adult to turn to. WHO calls it neglect, and it is a form of abuse. And this heartbreaking note was just one of thousands that my team has collected while implementing a holistic program targeting adolescents in informal settlements in Nairobi, Kenya. And they witness that there are so many questions and problems that these boys and girls face alone. Africa is distant and very different. My daughter called it the other world when she visited Kenya and experienced poverty for the first time. But there are things that cuts across rich and poor, gender and identities, and that is how children develop. A teenager is a teenager, whether American, Japanese, or Kenyan. And when I land in our world, my home country Sweden, I am met by reports of a mental health crisis among children, bullying that is on the rise, drugs and substance abuse, and that boys get caught up in crime at very young age, and more. And also that organizations and professionals who are there to address these problems are having a hard time reaching the children. And again, that too many children feel they have no adult to talk to. But how is this possible? This is one of the most developed countries in the world, and there are a caring adult almost centimeters away on daily basis. What is it that makes it so hard to just reach out and say, hey, I have a problem? So I believe there's a natural gap in communication between adolescents and adults that we don't take in consideration enough. Human beings share basic feelings, and fear and shame are usually the one that prevents us from reaching out. And when I have a problem, I want to talk to someone who will understand me, someone I trust, and that is usually someone my same age. Trust erases fear. And some of the pillars for trust are safety, non-judgment, and understanding. And the program that we are implementing in Kenya is based on trust. we provide young adults 20 to 26 years old as child supporters in schools long term. They are adults who still remember how it feels to be a teenager. And they also know the world of social media, TikTok and emojis, because it hasn't changed that much yet. They understand. They are both adult and peer. And we call them Rafikis. Rafiki means friend in Swahili. So they are the adult friend who is always there, who listens, and who can keep a secret. And Rafikis are also almost always cool by default in the eyes of a teenager, and also great role models. And we know how important role models are for adolescents, especially if they come from a similar background, which has proven to work very well when targeting boys at risk for entering crime. So Rafikis are like a new professional group, and their mission is to connect. And the aim of the program is to prevent things from happening and support if they have. And it really works. Children, they feel safe and they are reaching out. And our partners in Kenya and Uganda call it the silver bullet solution, and that it's perfectly designed. So what would the world look like if we would flood schools with Rafikis, dressed in t-shirts and sneakers, and the children of today would grow up and become Rafikis? And if we all would take on the role and be there for each other and just say, "Hi, how are you?" and smile. And it's something beautiful that happens when two human beings connect. It's medicine for both, and I can see it in the Rafikis. They grow taller when they present themselves and say, "Hi, I'm a Rafiki." And it's not strange, because it is a powerful thing that we can make a difference in someone's life just by being who we are. And we all can, and I wish we would, because no one is an island. We all need each other, and we all belong.